Welcome back. I'm Brett Meredith. Wow, what a great time we had at Pride this year. It was so amazing. I hope you enjoyed that footage. I'm here in the studio with my co-host and Nashville Pride President Joseph Wilson to talk a little bit more about how things went. Welcome, guys.
Wow.
So exciting.
It was amazing. Hats off to you and everybody.
Yes, congratulations, truly.
Yeah.
Well, let's start sort of at the beginning. How the Friday night concert was amazing. We talked a little bit about it in the interview at Pride. How did that go on the back end?
It went great. You know, I mean, it's so encouraging to see all those folks come out and support for 2 days in a row. It was our first time to have a full weekend. We had more folks than we would even have expected on Friday night. The entertainment, Mary Lambert, No, J.D. Sampson, they were all just so encouraging and having. Of course, we had folks on Saturday too that were great lineup, people like Betty Who and Lisa Loeb, and I mean everybody was just in great spirit, and it was a great way to kick out.
Yeah, Lisa Loeb, I think, had a special visitor, did she not?
She did.
Debut, I think.
I know, my
Sophie.
little Sophie.
Oh,
Yeah. Lisa Loeb. She didn't. It doesn't seem like she knows who Lisa Loeb is.
She will.
She will.
Yeah.
She will. Yeah.
I love the Friday night edition. I mean, it just extends the weekend, and it was wonderful.
Look, there's
there she
Sophie.
is. Oh,
So that is her debut on Out and About today,
It
isn't
is.
it?
Oh, that's awesome.
I think she was a newborn once, but
Okay, well,
that
yeah.
doesn't count.
Yeah, because now she's like a little person.
Yeah,
Well, so we had the Friday night concert, but then early Saturday morning, the Equality Walk. I understand it was the biggest one to date, right?
It's
Joseph?
the biggest one to date. This is, I believe, our second or third year doing it. It was huge. We wanted to double, and we almost made that, which is an incredible accomplishment. We were really proud of it. Kicked off by Abby Rudenfeld. We had a lot of our local government was represented with council members, Megan Barry, Pete Westerholm, lots of good folks. Lisa Howe kicked it off too. It was really great. Nissan led it off with a leaf. It was awesome.
I'm looking at the footage here, and it's, oh, look at all these people. It's
It
amazing.
was amazing. I actually saw myself walk by with a little stroller. It was so good. A lot of times we don't get to walk because we're, manning booths. I know this with a lot of people, but it gives you chills walking with all those people, and they're chanting things, and a lot of good things are happening for us,
So many
all
good
around
things.
the country, and it just makes you happy.
It's impressive to see that many people out, making it such a success, too.
And I was talking with Claudia about this. There didn't seem to be many protesters, and the ones that were there were a little far away. I mean, there wasn't a lot of, detractors this year. It was nice to not have the heckling.
It was not, and we really loved it, and the exposure was good, and I think a good barometer for me of how successful the walk was that I myself got emotional when we were starting to set up, and I was like, this is what you expect out of a Pride.
Yeah, well,
great
and of course the
community.
walk led into the opening of the festival, and the attendance this year, I know you were saying earlier, was great, right?
It was great. We have definitely had thousands more than we ever have had in the past. It has grown significantly. We had a ton more from other cities. I met people from Boston. I met folks from Bowling Green, Kentucky, from Alabama. So really our footprint is not only geographically huge, but it's economically huge. And that Friday night concert really added to that too. So.
And I think I talked to some Boston folks that they're going to be on a sort of a web exclusive we're going to have too on the online player soon that we're really here. They chose Nashville over Boston this year, so.
We'll take it. We love it.
Well, and then Chuck got an interesting interview this time.
That was great. I mean, the mayor has always been such a great supporter of the LGBT community here in Nashville, and I know you're well aware of that as well.
Yeah, he was elected in 2007. He's been a partner of Pride forever, and really before it was even really popular for anyone in any political party to support LGBT rights, Mayor Dean was on board, so we can really be proud of that.
Chuck got to talk with him a little bit.
Yes, I did. We were really excited. So yeah, let's take a look at here's Mayor Dean at the Pride Festival.
Awesome.
Mayor, we're glad you're at Pride. Tell me what brings you here today.
Well, a couple reasons. Number one, I think it's important to me that Nashville be an inclusive city that respects every individual's dignity. And I think this particular event sends that message, and I wanted to be supportive of that. Also, I think it's a great thing for the city in terms of just having an event downtown that's got people excited and is bringing people into the city and creating some economic impact.
And some people look at Tennessee and feel like it's a little behind the curve on supporting equality, but Nashville seems to be a little bit ahead of the curve. Speak to me about that.
Well, I think, Nashville is a city that has shown over and over again that it respects diversity and is a city that is very tolerant. And I like to look at it as a city that's inclusive and a city that believes fundamentally in the worth of every individual and their dignity. That's an important part of being a successful city. Nashville benefits from being a city that is diverse, that benefits from being a city that is inclusive. It gives the city so much more energy, so many more new ideas, so much more economic excitement. So it's a good thing for Nashville. Nashville's got it figured out right.
Where would you like to see Nashville be on equality in 5 years?
I think we just need to continue down the path that we're moving on, which is a path toward being an inclusive city, a city that really values dignity and individual rights. I don't see that as being very controversial.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much.
Wow, great interview, Chuck.
So enjoy
it. And we are making progress because just recently, on the heels of that interview, on the heels of Pride, Metro Council passed the domestic partnership benefits. I mean, it's huge. Our city is progressing.
It really is. And hopefully what will happen to me is the rest of the state starts seeing that and they start doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to pass with such a large margin, too, was nice. It wasn't a division.
Close.
I know. It was amazing.
It was
Yeah.
very broad.
And I think we're just about out of time. We're going to have some more Pride stuff after this, but I wanted to make sure, again, I tease the stuff we have on the website, on the News Channel 5 website, on our page. We're going to have some additional coverage, some additional interviews from Pride, so you'll want to check that out. Outandabouttoday.com is where you can get there, and we'll be right back after this with more Pride coverage.